Welcome dear Rauta audience. This video is made for no other reason but to kind of celebrate 2 years with Rauta channel. It comes a little bit late, I know, because Rauta basically was founded, or let's put it this way, first videos were created around Steelfest 2017. So since it's like 2 weeks already past that, 2019 anyway, so we're kind of like 2 weeks past our birthday, so to speak. But here we are to celebrate a little bit of that. So welcome aboard on Rauta's birthday celebration, which I'm having, by the way, with Fat Lizard's apple ankle slapper. I would say apple slapper. Anyhow, here you go. Thank you. What a fine taste. Now, this is not so much about any cool opinion or whatever. I'm just a little bit wanting to say thank you to all you who have been hanging out since basically the first videos, first day if you will, but also to all the others who have been supporting, commenting the videos, making suggestions, coming to say hello to me and whatever throughout the years. 2 years is kind of a short period of time. I couldn't have imagined how things would be, but I'm really happy how things have turned out. Now, talking about figures a little bit, numbers that is, when I was prior to making this video, I just had to like take a quick look at our numbers. I didn't so much pay attention to how many views or whatever. I'm a little bit clueless about that, but over 700 videos in total, and which I guess is up to my activity, but I mean it's because you, dear audience, who are making this kind of possible, but I mean it's because of you I make these videos, be it opinion videos, reviews, interviews, opinion videos, whatever. It's all because of you. I mean, why would I talk to just to myself? Now, we have 50 interviews out by now. That is 50 interviews in 2 years. So we can say we've done 25 interviews each year, which is basically 2 interviews per month, approximately on average, which I think is a kind of a good achievement considering that our budget is still zero. That is, whatever we do, wherever we go, whatever, it's just because we need to just open our wallets a little bit and make it happen. So I guess that shows you a little bit of dedication. I mean, for me it's kind of a no-brainer. I do interviews mostly with shows and festivals where I would go anyway, but like I said, we do it for you, and by we I mean me and the people doing camera, editing the videos, interviews anyway, which are both, as you know, more high quality than my average videos like opinion ones such as these, and those reviews and whatever. So over 700 videos in 2 years, I think that pace is quite nice, even if I say it myself. Originally we didn't have daily videos, but soon I started to get hang of it, kind of like doing this more comfortable, talking to camera, because at first it felt a little bit weird, maybe not cringy, but just awkward. And all those interviews being done, I mean, they get easier every day, every time. And by easier, I don't mean like me going to do them, but setting them up, because the subscriber figures have been going up. It's easier to say, hey, like, we're coming from Rauta, we're just nobodies anymore. I mean, I still know we're a very small channel. There are bigger channels, metal channels or otherwise. So even though I don't feel them as competitors as such, I think in kind of a neutral way to think about it is exactly that. I mean, whenever we're talking about like magazines or web zines or whatever, the thing here is that they are kind of competing with each other, not maybe commercial wise, but for the same audience, and so in that respect, I guess I think we have sort of competitors. Some channels might be better. I don't have any doubts about that. But here we're doing with, the Rauta way. This is my way of doing things. I'm not saying I'm always doing good, or even most of the time. I'm kind of biased to, talk about my channel, about whether it's going good or not. But what matters is that you are supporting here, you're watching these videos, you're commenting, you're giving suggestions, you might be criticizing things, you might be just supporting, like thanks for this interview or review, whatever. And like I said, it means a lot to me. I want to keep this conversation going on because otherwise it would be just me talking to the walls. Um, so all your feedback is always important. It's often very kind of entertaining as well. It's fun to read some funny remarks. You might spot a thing on a video which I didn't even notice, or I might be just fooling around and you might be just giggling or laughing at my stupid accent attempts, or just details what you just might figure out even though I'm not there to figure out them myself, or whatever. And sometimes you just provide important information, not only for me, but all those who are actually reading those comments. So as always, I try to read them all, and most of the time I'm, succeeding, and I try to get back to you when there's something to reply. If not, but I'm just supporting you with that kind of a heart icon or whatever that is given to channel operator. So I'm just here wanting to thank you once again for being here with me. We have plenty of plans to, go with Rauta. That is, our next stop is Tuska Festival here in Finland, in Helsinki, in 2019. That is from now about 4 weeks away, or more like three weeks or so. And that will be our next stop doing interviews. I haven't set up anything just yet. These are always quite late moment things to do, but I will get back to those, and once I know what will happen, I will just try to get as many as possible interesting interviews for you people. And for the rest of the summer, I really don't know, because like I said, and this is by no means a trying to appeal to you like, oh, send me money. No, I'm not talking about that. But with zero budget, we're always kind of like we don't have big plans just yet. Things might be going better in the future, so that would also make our plans a little bit more easier. But for now, 2019 will be very much the same as 2018. That is, doing reviews, doing opinion videos, and of course as many interesting interviews as possible. And like I said, getting bigger in terms of figures, subscribers, or whatever. It always helps us to establish these interviews, set them up, and in that way, I guess it is easier for me to bring new content to you outside my kind of a man cave of a studio. And what else? What else I was meant to say? As always, if you have any questions regarding the channel, about me or whatever, be it bands, be it beer, like this one, you feel free to send me. Actually, from like 1 week after this one, there's supposed to be next AMA, that is Ask Me Anything video. So if you have some questions you would like me to answer, drop them on this comment box below, and I will get back to you. I try to include as many questions as possible, so you have a few days time to actually make those questions. I have some questions already which I will address, but if you have other questions, drop them on the box below and I will get back to you. And what else? There was something else in my mind as well. Maybe taking a beer. Taking some beer will help. Should you have any suggestions which bands I should interview, feel free to drop them as well. I know I have promised you interviews like Goat Moon and what other people have been asking for those, for like months. They are still, so to say, in works. For example, I met the black goat from Goat Moon at Steelfest, and we agreed that we should do it later this year, but it won't be probably until winter. And yeah, one more thing which I wanted to talk to you about a little, only a little, I promise, is streaming. Do you prefer Rauta streams in the future as well? I did some, I did one about like 6 weeks ago or something like that, and there were quite a few people asking nice questions and all that stuff, and I had a couple of beers replying to you and talking to you, and I'm ready to do more of them in the future as well. I don't know how often, maybe once a month could be done, or once in a 2 months or so. But are you up for that? Do you want me to have these stream nights every now and then, or are they just waste of time, stupid things to be done? Let me know, because it's you whose opinion matters here the most. I mean, I wouldn't stream for just for the sake of it, but if you are up for some chat, metal or otherwise, let me know and we can set it up once again. Um, just gonna be be here drinking, finishing my beer, and that's all from Rauta. See you soon with more videos coming up, and thank you once again being aboard. Oh man, I cannot even talk. Thank you being with us and all that stuff. Have a good night and enjoy some beer and metal. Cheers.